Hello, it's me, JP. Once again, MLG brings you the NOS Performance Pro Tip to show you how to play like the pros. We have a great game for you this time out, so let's take a look.
For a while, Marine King was known as the perennial runner-up, but lately everyone knows him as an all-around beast with his 2 consecutive wins at the MLG Winter Arena and the Winter Championships. He is no longer affected by his nerfs during big matches, and he has won some of the biggest in the past month. By now, everyone knows the hyper-aggression that Marine King has made famous. He uses it in almost all of his matches and is truly a master of Marines and possibly the entire Terran bio army. Today we'll be taking a look at his 3rd game against Parting from the MLG Winter Championships. MKP uses a quick 2-racks opening, which is very easy to copy, which means more ladder wins for you. The strength of this build really relies on making sure your opponent doesn't know it's coming, and we'll just see how he does that in a moment, but first, the basics. Go ahead and make your depot on 10 as close as possible to your command center. There's no need to build this supply depot at the ramp. With probes coming from the Protoss earlier and earlier almost every game, you need to make sure that you can get back to mining as quickly as possible. Make your racks a little early at 12 supply and get your gas at 14 supply. On 17 supply, as soon as the SCV is done, make your orbital command and drop a second racks in your main. When your first Marine pops out, immediately start a reactor and put the Marine in a position that'll make scoring a kill on the scouting probe very easy. We see right here Marine King has it at the top of the ramp. This is because it can start shooting it before the probe can actually see the Marine. When your second racks finishes, immediately start a tech lab and start producing 2 Marines from the first racks. Remember to continue adding on supply depots. If you get supply blocked, this simply will not work. Once the tech lab finishes, start researching combat shields and building marauders. Around 35 supply, or when your second marauder is about to pop out, go ahead and move out to attack your opponent. You'll want to engage right as combat shield finishes to give you that 10 extra HP per Marine. It'll really help you out, especially with the Immortals. In the center of the map, you can see that Marine King is trying to control the Zelnaga Tower. When he loses it, he splits up his forces and only sends 4 to 5 Marines to the center to control it. He doesn't want to show any of his marauders because it will give away that an attack is coming. Right as this attack hits, MKP starts researching STEM and building a second command center back home. Now with this attack, try to kill the Immortals and Sentries. These are the most costly units the Protoss player has, and it'll really help in the long run when these numbers start to dwindle. Start a second refinery in a factory after the attack. You're going to want to get Vikings out ASAP if you see something like the one-base robotics facility play that Parting is doing. This structured distribution means that Colossi are probably coming. When the factory is complete, start a starport and a reactor while throwing down a bunker at your ramp. It'll help against the counterattack that you know is coming. If your opponent doesn't kill you here, he will simply be too far behind and be forced to GG out. Hold your ground until your opponent slips up, then stem in and kill the Colossus like MKP does here. It is the most important unit in that army, and without it, the Protoss Deathball will simply fall. Here are the 3 keys to this build. Number 1, try to keep up with your command center energy. You'll want to mule every 50 energy, and if your scouting is poor, you can utilize a scanner sweep to gain information about your opponent. Number 2, hide the build by denying scouting from your opponent's probe, and also by controlling the Zelnaga Tower. Number 3, you can use a floating factory to distract the stalkers and soak up some of their shots when going down a ramp.
For more NOS performance videos, go to MajorLeagueGaming.com/NOS.